Sri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om Jai Shri Ram. Welcome to our next episode in our complete reading of Srimad Valmiki Ramayana. In the previous episode, we saw how Manthara finally was able to sway Kaikeyi's opinion in favor of her, and now Kaikeyi would now ask Dasaratha Maharaja to send Sri Ramachandra into Vanavasa or to forest for 14 years and make Bharata the king. And she made up her mind that she would not relent till this is done. And now she has went into the Kopa Gruha and she removed her ornaments and she was sleeping on the floor. Ajnapitu Maharajo Raghavasya Upasthanam Anugyapya Privesa Nivesanam. So Dasaratha Maharaja, who was by now overseeing all the arrangements that were needed for Sri Ramachandra's coronation as the Yuvaraja, he spoke to all the Amatyas, he spoke to all the Purohitas, and he took the permission of all of them. Now you might be wondering, why did Dasaratha Maharaja take the permission of all of them? Because they are in charge of the entire activities for the next day. So he spoke to everyone, he reviewed all the preparations, and after ensuring that whatever was needed to be done from his side was also complete, he told the Amatyas, who are his ministers, and also the Purohitas that he would retire for the day and come back the next day for the Yuvarajya Pattabhisheka. Saying this, from there he left, and now Dasaratha Maharaja came into his palace where he goes to meet Kaikeyi. And now the sloka here, this is the 10th sarga of Ayodhyakanda and the 10th sloka. Adya Ramabhisheko vai prasiddha ivajignivan Priyarham Priyamakyatum Viveshantah Puram Vashi. So Dasaratha Maharaja. Now, there are two meanings for this shloka. Some say, by now, the news of Ramabhisheka is known to everyone. Hence, if I don't tell this to Kaikeyi, it won't look good, is one interpretation of this sloka, while the other interpretation for the same sloka is, this news has come out just now that Sri Ramachandra is going to be coronated tomorrow. So I myself will go and break the news to Kaikeyi. I personally go with the second interpretation of this sloka. And there, Sakaikeya Gruham Sreshtam Pravesa Mahayasaha Pandurabhra Vivakasam Rahyutam Nisakaraha. So Dasaratha entered Kaikeyi's house now, and there he saw that everything was in place, but he was not seeing his wife on the regular bed where she sleeps. In that Antahpura, they were actually having a lot of pet parrots, and they also had a lot of peacocks. All of them were there. They were crowncha birds, hamsas, the swans, and everyone, a lot of dasa-dasis were moving around. Mostly dasis only were moving around. This was a wonderful place. He went there, and the Antapura itself was looking as if it was a Swargaloka on the earth. So he was searching, and he was also becoming Kamanurakta. So he was searching for his wife, and he went and checked everywhere. He was not finding her. He was searching, and then he sees a Pratihari, a Dwarapalaka, a lady Dwarapalaka, a lady guard who was guarding those places. And she told him, Pratihari Tudhovacha Santrastatu Krutanjali Deva Devi Bhrisam Krudha Krodhagara Mahvidruda. So the Pratihari, that lady or the female Dwarapalaka, she came to him and said, Hey Rajan, Kaikeyi has just left her chambers and she has ran into the Kopa Gruha. In those days, they had a separate room where the queens used to go and stay if they were angry. So the queen has gone into that room. Now Dasaratha Maharaja was really shocked. He really loved Kaikeyi a lot, and he did not know what was going to happen. So he quickly went towards the Kopa Gruha, and in Kopa Gruha he saw Kaikeyi on the floor, and he was very, very sad for her, and he thought that she was genuinely angry for something else. So he approached her, and he has never seen her in that condition before. So he went to her, he touched her, and he said, Hey Devi, all the qualities that you have are good qualities, are the qualities that give goodness to everyone around you. Then why are you angry on me? Did anyone criticize you? Did anyone insult you? Why are you sleeping on the floor that's filled with mud? And I gave you everything in my capacity. Why are you still angry? And if you are not feeling well, I have a lot of Rajavaidyas with me. I'll put an assembly of royal doctors to treat you. Please let me know if you are having any physical problems. Did anyone harm you? Think that I can do something that can make you happy. Please let me know. And then he's again saying, Marodirma cha karshistvam devi sampari soshanam avadhyo madhyatam kova kovavadhyo vimuchyadam daridrah ko bhavedadhyo dravvan vapya kinchana. So here he's saying, oh Kaikeyi, don't cry. I mean, when you're crying, you're not eating, you are actually troubling your body. Please don't do that. If someone has harmed you and if he should be killed, I'll ensure that he is killed. If someone needs to be killed by the loss of the land, I, using my special powers, will stop the beheading. And if there is any person who is having a dire lack of money and you are worried about him, I'll ensure that he becomes a very rich person. So all this I can do. Okay, please let me know who was the reason for this trouble. Here there is this one wonderful sloka which again comes at Rama Pattabhisheka Sarga. I mean, the similar lines with Dasaratha Maharaja is saying, Yavad avartati chakram tavati me vasundhara prachina sindhu savvida saurashtra dakshinapada vanganga magda matsya samruddha kasi kosilah. As far as this chakra, this wheel of a chariot can go, the entire land is mine. I have a control on all the eastern countries. I have the control on Sindhu, Savira, Saurashtra, and I also have control on Vanga, Anga, Magadha, Matya, Kashi, and Kosala countries. Do let me know what do you want. And then he is saying, Tatrajatam Bahudravyam Dhanadhanya Majavikam Tato Vrishinva Kaikeyi Yadyatvam Manasechasi. I have huge cattle. If you want, I'll get you that cattle. Don't worry about it. And he's also saying, why are you taking so much of pain? I'm promising you, Kaikeyi, don't get feared. And if you're getting feared, please let me know the reason. And the way Surya removes fog and all in the mornings, I'll also remove all the troubles of yours. When Dasaratha spoke all this, now Kaikeyi felt happy because the first step of her work is currently bearing fruit. She now decided to hit Dasaratha where it hurts him the most. She started talking in a way that would put Dasaratha's nerve and resolve to test. And she is now saying, Nasmi viparkruta deva kena chinnavamanita abhiprayastu me kaschit ichchami tvaya krudam. Oh, hey Maharaja, nobody has attacked me, nobody has tortured me, nobody has even insulted me, but then I have an opinion and I want you to make that opinion as truth. Pratigyam pratijanishva editvam kartumichasi aham tadva harishyami yadabhi prartham maya. If you are ready to fulfill my desire, then make a pratigya, make a pledge. Only when you give me a word, I will reveal my desire. Then Dasaratha Maharaja immediately took her hair into his hands and he said, Avalipte na janasi tvattah pretaromma manujo manujo vyagrad ramad anyona vidyate. Oh lady with a lot of pride, in this world there is only one person who is more dear to me than you, and that is SriRama. And SriRama is the person whom even gods can't conquer. I am putting my oath on Sri Ramachandra, okay, and I am giving you a word. Tell me what is troubling you. And then he's also saying, I am also putting my word for all the punya that I have earned. If I need to give you a word of this sort, I'm taking all my punya, and if I go back on this word, I'd lose all my punya. This is what he's saying. And then he gave word, taking promise on many things. And once he said all that, Yadha Kramena Sapasi Varam Mama Dadasya Tachrunvastu Trayastimsat Deva Sagni Purogamaha. So suddenly Kaikeyi became active. She said, you are giving me promises and you are putting a lot of people as sakshis or the witnesses. And now I request that everything that you have told till now must be recorded by Agni Deva and all the 33 gods. Yeah, you heard it right. It's only 33 gods. Sun, the moon, the ether, which is encompassing the world, all the nakshatras, all the grahas, the night goddess, saviors of the day, all the directions, this entire world, this land, these Gandharvas, Rakshasas, all the bhutas that go out in the night. You all remember that Dasaratha Maharaja has given me this word. This is what Kaikeyi is saying, and this is how she's going to trap him. He is a Satyasandha. He never goes back on his word. He is a Mahatejashali. His face emanates radiance. He has the experience of understanding all the dharmas, and hence you all are my witnesses. And now Dasaratha Maharaja should stand by the word that he is going to give me. And like this, after saying all this, and now Dasharatha, who was like not understanding as to what was going on, he was looking at her helplessly. Kaikeyi told the story of the Devasura Sangrama and where she got all her boons. And now she's saying, hey Maharaja, that day I saved your life, and hence you gave me those two boons, and I want to use those two boons now because I saved your life twice. Then I want to use those two boons now. Since you are a Satya Pratigya, since your family always talks the truth, I am now going to reveal those two boons, and here are they. First one, you have brought a lot of sambharas, a lot of items to make Sri Ramachandra king tomorrow. With those ones only, with all those Abhisheka sambharas only, my son should become the king tomorrow. The second one, the first one she said, my son should be coronated, which is Bharata should be coronated. And the second one is Navapanchasa Varshani Dandakaranya Masritaha Chirajani Jatadhari Ramo Bhavatu Tapasaha. She is conveying this very intelligently to Dasharatha Maharaja. So she asked for both the boons. The first one was to make Bharata the king, and the second one was for Navapanchasa Varshani, which is 14 years in all. This sort of Chaturdasa Varsha Vanavasa, I really want you to send Sri Ramachandra to forest today itself. And then she is saying, hey Dasaratha Maharaja, stand by what you have said, and you save your kula, your sila, and your janma. Now Dasaratha Maharaja has heard this as if he is like a banana tree that has been hit by a cyclone. He collapses, and what he does next, let us see in our next episode. Sarve bhavantu sukhinah, sarve santu niramaya, sarve bhadrani pasyantu ma kaschid dukkha bhag bhavet. Om sarvam sukhi sasmara swam janarvinda arpanamastu.